Happy Friday.
Friday.
Hey.
Friday. Just got paid.
Oh, is that what happened? All right, I love it.
Get direct deposit. Get paid 2 days early.
Drinks on you, Belinda. I love that.
What's up, Belinda?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, and you had a good show this week, Belinda.
Thank you.
Really good show.
Look, Belinda, you coming fresh from the shop. Now, I see your braids just tight, girl. They tight and fresh.
Thank you. But these are locks PWI.
Hey. I gave you a compliment. You corrected it. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. My bad. Your hair looks nappy.
I can't receive it.
She gave you a compliment. You can't even.
She said you weren't culturally appropriate, though.
Thank you.
No, that's okay. I take it back. That'll be the last time I compliment.
Thank you.
It's called Black Accountability.
PWI. Thank you.
Ungrateful. No, I'm the PWI. Get it right.
The PWI. Thank you.
Right.
That was hard.
Shout out to USF, and we don't mean South Florida.
But I am glad to say that our show is about breast cancer awareness.
Next.
And I have my lollipop. It's pink, of course. So TD Bank. Remember TD Bank gave out these lollipops?
Belinda has a lag. It's like a Chinese kung fu movie.
We got to work on their internet connection in her neighborhood because it's not.
She might be in the other Facebook next to Kendrick.
Huh?
No. Where's Kendrick?
Kendrick internet is good.
Shot. Well, it's nice to show up every now and then.
Hello there.
Today.
We got
a full house.
Let Rashad kind of settle in, and we're gonna turn it up. We got to talk to him. We need to.
That's not Rashad. That's Donk.
Oh, okay. I'm
sorry. Hey, Miles, we don't know what we're gonna get today. We don't know what we're gonna get.
Look at him, yeah.
We gonna get Doink. We gonna get AT&T or we gonna get the streets. Which one we gonna get?
That's Doink.
A little bit of both.
That's Doink from Gables, 95, 96. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, we all need a balance, right?
Absolutely.
Hey,
we're about to give you that singular wireless. Back when AT&T was singular, and it was for the streets.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, look, Rashad only has a little bit. Well, I don't know. We can't hear you. Are you trying to talk to us? Because we can't. We're not.
We good until the wife comes home. So definitely rocking and rolling. No, the only reason is actually the wife's birthday. So when she gets
man, you ain't supposed to be on this show if it's your wife's birthday. You're gonna get swung on when you
hey, listen, man, when the markets call, man, I can't decline, man. They never turn me down.
Like, Miles, that fist gonna come in like that.
Yeah. So as soon as I have to end it like one of the calls, like when mama walk in the room and you're on the phone with your girlfriend, you know, be like, all right, bye, peace. You understand.
Yeah.
The wife is home.
Well, look, we're definitely gonna talk about something with Rashad, but first, the internet was so on point. Go ahead, Basil. Go ahead and press play. Press play.
All right, Cole.
Eddie Robinson Jr.
So what I have to say is that the producers for this show are one-sided because what they did not pull was that coach. What is his name? Robinson?
Eddie Robinson Jr.
They didn't even pull his comment.
His press conference?
Yes. So go ahead, Miles. Tell us what.
I just know there's at least 3 SWAT people on this call.
Well, in the press conference, he spoke of what he interpreted as disrespect from Prime and from Jackson State. He interpreted certain actions that he did not consider to be respectful toward Alabama State. I tend to take the I tend to side with the theory that it just sounds like a bunch of sour grapes to me. That's what it sounds like.
And the one key thing that he said in that was
he's not SWAC.
Okay. And so
he's not SWAC.
So then Deion was questioned about these comments.
Coach, considering the static that did happen after this game today, is this further motivation for you and your team?
I don't need nobody to motivate me, dog. My mama working 2 jobs to make ends see each other was my motivation. You know, me being a great father, when one of my fathers was a drug addiction, a drug addict, and my other father was an alcoholic, that was my motivation. Seeing no one really come out of Fort Myers, Florida, that was my motivation. This? Oh, baby, you gotta get it right. I wake up motivated. I wake up trying to bless somebody, inspire somebody, encourage somebody, help somebody, motivate somebody, get somebody to the next level. Yeah. And somebody had the audacity to sit up here and say what I ain't. Well, baby, I know what I am. And I am a whole lot of things that a lot of folks would like to be. Oh, Brian, breathe.
He did a mile. Did he do a mile?
Baby, I wake up motivated. Y'all better. Roy, get it. Get it.
I said, Miles, where's my?
Get it.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit of that, though.
Do you have the remix for us? I wake up motivated.
I wake up motivated.
Come on, Melinda. You said that's your new song.
That's it.
Oh, goodness. I love that.
I wake up trying to bless somebody.
Yeah,
somebody,
get in line. Get in line. Get in line.
I just don't understand. I mean, obviously he stated why he was upset, but I don't understand it. That seems like a lot of pettiness coming out of the Alabama State camp. That's what it seems like to me.
Well, I mean,
it seems like a lot of pettiness.
I mean, as a coach, you feel disrespected, then you know it.
How is he disrespected?
But it's not like they blew him out. It's not like they blew him out.
It's the game of football. Somebody's gonna win. Somebody's gonna lose.
The thing is, you got people walking through your warm up. He
didn't walk through his warm up though, Dana. You know that.
In the end zone, his team.
That's what the man said.
He circled. Listen, Deion Sanders circles every game since college.
Bro, I understand. But as a coach, when I was coaching semi-pro, I don't care what they did before I got on the field.
You like how he had him throw in there.
If you let the people walk through you and you don't do nothing, you sit in the bench.
But I don't think he walked. From what I understood and what he said, what Deion said was he circled the stadium. He didn't. He said he didn't walk through.
I could justify my lottery numbers after I win. So it's
potato.
I mean, anybody can find a reasonable excuse after the fact. I mean, did he go to the coach and be like, "Look, dog, I walked my stadium. No disrespect." Apparently, he didn't do that.
But does he have to?
Okay, but if my team is on this field, that's my team.
Oh, Dana, he doesn't have. Hey, dog, I'm gonna walk the stadium. I'm gonna walk around. Please don't be offended. Now, after I do that, we're gonna beat y'all too. So you're gonna take 2 L's.
Bro, if you walk through my team while I'm coaching, I promise you, all of us gonna have a problem. Mm-hmm. If we don't have nothing set up prior to it,
agree with that Draymond Green footage from last week.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm with you, Dana. I'm with you on that one, Dana.
Wait. What does Doink think? I want to hear what.
Hey, I'm just listening because I can tell you one thing. When it comes to me on the pod with the youth league, we very disrespectful.
Exactly.
I mean, extremely disrespectful.
And you know you being disrespectful.
So I mean, when we come through, you know, we gonna come to the warm up. We gonna meet you at your warm up. You understand? We gonna be playing all the music, all the horns, having all. You know, we listen. Right now, our team in 4 years has only lost 1 game. This season, undefeated, unscored on. So we got the right to be disrespectful. So it's like, hey, beat us.
Where you go, Jerry?
I just like the fact that people forgot last year at Alabama State, they put that man's Jerry Curl picture up and played "It Must Be the Money" when they beat Deion Sanders' team last season.
Oh, that's good context. Like, that's good context.
That's a good song, though.
Right. We weren't talking about that.
ASU was highly disrespectful last year.
Yeah, that's good context.
And there it is.
That's good context.
So now he done did something to you, and now you big mad.
Right, you mad.
Now it all makes sense.
Hey, look.
See, because I'm one of these individuals. Like, I kind of, like I said again, I subscribe to the theory that if you don't want somebody blowing you out, or you don't want to be disrespected, then you need to win the game. It's very it's a very, very simple formula. You know, there are others that believe that if I'm up 49-3 in the third quarter, that I should run the ball the rest of the time, and because I'm one of these guys. I just don't believe in the mercy rule. I think it's producing a bunch of soft kids and just a sense of entitlement when it comes to
soft what.
I know he didn't want to say what he said.
No, it's
don't
not.
Do that, Roy. He's being
not,
good. Don't do that, Roy.
Look, it's not stop running.
Everybody heard what he was trying to say, though.
Yeah, man, I do. I just. So for me, if I have a team, and when you put your second string in, I want to run my offense, and you got to stop us. It's not my job to keep my kids out the end zone. That's your job. That's your job as the opposing coach.
Wait, let's rewind. Let's rewind. I think you're missing. I don't care what you do on the field. Look, you blowing me out. My team can't stop you. That's my fault.
Okay.
What I'm saying is,
I don't agree.
Dude kind of explained why he felt disrespected. Now, I didn't know nothing about the Jerry Curl last year. I'm just talking about what the guy said.
Okay.
That's all I'm going on.
Okay.
But when he said you're not swag, I think he didn't really think about that.
He lost his marbles. Here's the thing. All of us on this panel grew up in a culture where you walked on the field, you walked past the team, you had signs talking about I'm about to do this. You
ain't walked through no team from the city warm up. I promise you.
Listen, yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Well, you ain't never played Edison. You ain't never played the West back in the day.
Point blank.
If you played the West, Edison, and walked through our warm up during time, we fight.
Roy never said anything about not fighting.
Yeah, we might fight, but I'm just
about not fighting.
But I'm talking about, what he say? Talking about disrespecting? No, you gotta when we was playing the West back in the 80s.
With you. I'm not saying we're not gonna fight, but what we're gonna do is we grew up in a time where we did that, and it was psychological. We would play mental games with you. We all know that.
No, it was.
We may fight.
It was detrimental to your star players. You walk through our.
Listen, but you're gonna have to beat us. Here's the thing.
Okay, we gonna beat you down. We gonna beat you.
Back to Rashad's point, though. If we knew we was that team, we was gonna do it even more.
I don't care who it was. Look, we had Tutu Ab and all them other times.
No, he didn't.
Not Tutu Ab.
We had all the players.
We had Juju, Day Day.
Not the Browns and the Whites. You had the Browns and the Whites.
Bro, you have no idea.
We had the battles on our team too.
They were having some flashbacks over there.
See, I'm the most seasoned on the panel. I think
that's
I'm
right.
I think I'm the most seasoned.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Dana, have you ever heard of the Graveyard Game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had a couple of them on my detail.
Okay.
So I mean,
Belinda, you got to know.
I'm gonna say this though. Don't brag about jail, okay? I'm just gonna say that.
No, I did my 300 months and I retired. I wasn't there.
You were allowed to leave.
I did my time 8 to 16 hours at a time.
That's right.
Wait a minute. So
Dana. You did.
We can come back to Deion. I want to make sure that Rashad gives us this update because I asked him to come on because from what I understood, Bethune-Cookman University did not fare well with Hurricane It's not Irma. This one is Ian, right?
Ian.
Never said I could get a name right. Never said I can make money. I can market your product. I can make you number one. I might not remember your name, but one thing I can do is make money. But Rashad.
That's right, because I'm Rashad. Remember, Jessica?
Yes, but I'm talking to the real real Rashad. He's on the show. And Rashad, can you give us the update as to where the university is in hurricane relief efforts, and if there's anything that the community can do to assist them?
I appreciate this, Ms. Marcus, and I appreciate you thinking about the great Bethune-Cookman University, which is all a part of the HBCU family. So I can definitely tell you that State Rep Ashley Grant has been working with different business owners and nonprofits to coordinate deliveries to the school. She understands that there's a great need, but the issue right now is identifying transportation. Basically, right now, FEMA has control of all of the 18-wheelers and all of the truck drivers, and so with FEMA, they're paying triple time. So where the school could probably afford to pay $2,000 or so for a truck driver, with FEMA they're paying $6,000. So all the truck drivers are going in that direction. So that's making it hard to find drivers to make these deliveries. And right now we know that Daytona is not being prioritized because the impact was in Lee County and Collier County, which is in the more Fort Myers and Naples area. So when we're talking about Daytona Beach being way on the east, and everyone is looking at the west, and all of the money is actually being the money has actually been sent over to the west. So we're asking anyone that can do anything or is interested in connecting with the school to definitely reach out to Mayor Henry in Daytona Beach. His office is definitely accepting calls, but locally, I know Valencia Gunder with Smile Trust is boots on the ground. They were collecting donations recently to send out, and I think they actually had one truck already go. So I know Valencia is doing some things on the east, but I'm trying to get with her to make sure that on the west, but we're gonna work with her to try to see if we can get some help on the east. So also connecting her with State Rep Ashley Grant. So definitely anyone that can make an impact or that's interested in assisting the university, they can definitely reach out to State Rep Ashley Grant or Mayor Henry to find out what kind of efforts can be done in order to help the university. So once again, Ms. Marcus, I do appreciate the opportunity, and right now the school is definitely in need of some assistance. So anything that can be done would be greatly appreciated. Because me as an alum, I want to assist. So being able to come on this platform and use my voice to be able to ask, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Let me ask you a question, Rashad.
Yes, sir.
To what extent was the damage? Because we didn't, I guess that's part of the issue that it wasn't publicized. I heard about flooding in Central Florida and in Orlando. Obviously, everybody's heard about what transpired on the West Coast with Fort Myers, Collier County, Lee County, and so on and so forth. But to what extent did the university and did the community of Daytona Beach endure from the storm? Was it flooding? Was it wind damage? Was it a combination of both? What exactly did they experience?
Definitely a combination of both. We all know that Ian was definitely a water storm. So it came with loads and loads of water. So there was a lot of water damage to the university. And that's why I was telling Ms. Markins and reaching out to the president this week. The school was just now opening back up this week because of the water damage, because of the wind damage that also did damage to a lot of roofs in some of the dormitories and so forth. So there's a lot of repairs that need to be done on the campus. Some with molding and things of that nature. You know, when it comes to that water damage, and continue to let that build up, it's an issue that can start off small and spread into something that's large and great. I think we recently seen one of our other HBCUs experience issue with molding. So it's definitely important for the university to focus on making sure that it does what it needs to do to ensure that the mold is clear, the water's dried out, and because you don't want that to become a bigger issue, a bigger concern.
Prayers out to Cookman and the students and the faculty in that community. For sure.
Yes, sir. We appreciate that. Volusia County, Daytona Beach.
So Rashad, now some people may not know exactly how to get in touch. Thank you, Felicia. Get in touch with Valencia or any of the other. Okay.
I know Valencia is on Instagram and Twitter at Smile Trust Inc. If you give me a second, I will definitely get you a contact number for Mayor Henry's office.
Okay, and then we can throw that up on the screen. And then also, let me see something here. This is for monetary donations. You can drop them off at Freedom Lab here in Miami, or I guess mail them too, right? They could mail them.
Mindset, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could mail them. And this is Valencia's organization, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it's Mayor Derrick Henry.
Okay.
And that address is 301 South Ridgewood Avenue, Daytona Beach, Florida, 32114. Telephone number is 386-671-8000.
Put it in the chat.
Your girl is not that quick, so
I got you.
Just throw that in the chat. We could.
I was thinking, I said she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it.
No,
she's not today, y'all.
She's not, and I don't have to try to impress nobody.
Got you.
No. Okay. Yes, we are absolutely going to get that information posted. We'll put it up on all of the different platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and also we'll have the editorial team do a full story on it in on the website. Yeah. Perfect. And we'll leave that up for a little bit. Any other closing comments other than the fact that we're going to meet each other in agreement in prayer for the restoration and healing of our beloved university, Bethune-Cookman University.
Bethune-Cookman, yes.
Well, I just want to lift up that one of the untold stories of Hurricane Ian is the impact on these Black communities. I know there's a lot of news around Fort Myers and Naples being, a lot of Republicans, a lot of white spaces, but there are some definitive Black communities that have been left out of the conversation in all those spaces that are still going through it and not even receiving the benefit, even with the influx of goods coming in from other orgs. So shout out to Valencia and what she's doing, and Ashley Gant and others who are Chevron Jones, who are actually taking supplies to the Black communities, places like Harlem Heights in the Fort Myers area and other spaces, including, the Black parts of Daytona Beach as well that get left out.
Yeah, I think they recently took to speak on Willis Point. I think they recently had an 18-wheeler go out to the Heights and ensure that that those communities receive the services. So like you said, I know the city of Miami Gardens actually had a drop-off site for residents to be able to make donations to send out to Fort Myers. And I know also the Dolphins is actually heavily involved. They actually took their food relief program out to the Naples area to ensure that residents are receiving hot meals. So Miami-Dade County is definitely doing a lot. I know even Mayor Kava actually went out and she said, made sure that she sent out a fire rescue team, sent out some officers, and she's just giving up of the county to ensure that everyone is receiving assistance.
That's right. Yeah. That's what's up. That's what it's about. Yeah, that's exactly what it's about. Exactly what it's about. Let us know if you need the addresses again. I know they're up on Facebook. Instagram will take a minute, and so will YouTube. So, keeping it quite petty, Kanye West.
Oh no!
Oh boy! Welcome to the West.
My.
Y'all know I love Kanye West. I really do. I am. I'm a little confused as to what is going on.
We always confused with what's going on.
Right.
His jacket is just a little big. That's all, Jessica.
I was saying the same thing.
And the boots are a little spacey.
Here's the funny part about it. That stuff's a little big and a little spacey, but people didn't go right out and go buy it.
By people, you mean dumb people. Let's call it what it is.
Raise your hand if you purchase.
Miles gonna buy. You like oversized clothes.
You must specify, John.
I told you.
Right.
If they like it, we love
that stuff.
Who are the people?
You know who they are.
When he put his clothes in the trash bags, I was like, okay, something else is going on here.
What they call it?
Okay.
Hobo chic.
Super.
Yeah.
Hobo chic.
I just find it ironic that as much as we have spoken derogatorily and excoriated the banking institutions of
everybody,
of Wells Fargo,
Validated.
Bank of America, even JP Morgan Chase, I think is highly ironic that JP Morgan will say, listen, we haven't done right by the black community, but not even we can mess with you. I'm sorry. We just can't.
Miles, I'm gonna say this though.
We can't do it. Can't do it.
When
Sorry.
you Kanye and you got that kind of money, your money is offshore anyways. He don't need you.
Again, no, Roy, because Kanye is moving into the world of like hotels. So he might have all his money in a Maxwell House coffee can at his house at this point. Underneath his mattress. I'm not sure. You're giving this man way too many intelligent credit points to think he got it in some offshore account somewhere.
I think he's got a lot of money, man. That when you got that kind of bread, it ain't. He might have started with JP Morgan Chase when he first started.
Kanye got
and for a bank,
3 magic beans at this point because someone had told.
but don't you got? But that's the point. Don't you think it's fitting?
Like a bank to tell you thanks, but no thanks to a billionaire.
You got to bring everyone up to speed. What happened with Kanye and JP Morgan?
Tell the story.
Yeah.
They closed his account. Shoot.
They basically issued a letter that just said,
"In the story,
due to some of your recent comments,
not good money.
We are no longer going to be your financial service provider, and to give you adequate time to find another financial institution to service your business account." This is what they said. I'm telling you, I'm paraphrasing.
I know, but I think it might be something else.
They said, listen, we will service your account until I think his drop dead date is like November 17th or November 18th. And at that point, any account under his business entities will effectively be shut down, as Bernie Mac would say, immediately.
Me too.
How much
But
money
Miles,
do you
look,
think is
as
in
much
that
as scrutiny
account?
JP Morgan Chase has had, I mean, there might be a little timing to it as well.
Yeah, I was getting ready to
Listen,
say,
man,
like,
listen. You're not gonna never get me to
Well,
side with the
Miles,
bank on
I know.
anything.
Well, you gonna question everything anyways.
Of course,
Like,
I am. I
you know,
definitely am.
but the reality is they've been so much under fire. Like,
yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to
with
conflate
us
the
as black folk.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
as black folk, we hear
Dwight.
some news
There you
and
go.
we directly go right to that news and think it's correct. It ain't.
No. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Kanye done talk, smack about Harriet Tubman, about black people, about enslaved black people having it. All that was easily passable.
Oh, yeah.
It was when he said he was going to go DEFCON 3 on our Jewish brothers and sisters. That once that tweet got put up and then mysteriously deleted, all of a sudden JP Morgan was like, whoa.
We'll no longer do business with you.
Right. You've gone too far.
And here's the thing. They were okay when he was talking about black folk too.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I want to be clear. Like, don't think JP Morgan's doing this because, we're doing this in solidarity with, him being so anti-black. No, it's because you are toxic now. You don't said the
you offended us.
You don't pick the wrong ones. And that's it.
Okay, well, on another note, did you guys see his documentary that came out this week?
No.
No?
No.
It's that time.
Did you have a private showing and we didn't get
You talking about
invited?
JP Morgan or Kanye?
No, Kanye. Kanye's documentary came out like on Tuesday.
No,
Other than the other documentary he just released, like those.
Yeah, another one. Was that on YouTube?
The only recent documentary I watched was the Redeem Team.
No, this one is called.
That was good, Miles. I definitely need to watch that, Miles.
No, this is called I think it's, what did I say, last week? Let me look.
Tuesday.
It was this week. They
It's the Redeem Team, Miles.
It's called last week. Wait a minute.
Well, the short answer seems like it's gonna be no there, Jim.
No.
Right.
Same consensus.
Okay, I'm just I'm trying to let y'all know.
I think I've officially lost interest.
Yeah.
You can't really say that.
Don't worry about it. We're not looking.
Right.
We're not.
I mean, the teaser was great, but no one cares.
He got on the big coat.
First of all,
got the big coat.
First of all, when he was walking around with them flip flops with socks on, I was
Y'all don't be like that about Kanye.
We're not giving Kanye no pass, Miss Markins. Stop that. Stop that, Miss Markins.
Those days are over.
Get that sympathy and compassion out of your heart right now. And I mean, get it out your heart right now, Miss Markins.
I tend to agree with her. I ain't throwing Kanye West away.
I am.
Oh no! You have to put him away. Just put him in the back of your closet, like some old shoes.
He's his own box.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He needs some new friends.
Don't throw him away. Just put him in the swap shop. That's
which is now owned by Amazon. So.
Amazon, yes, they just bought the swap shop.
Somebody.
Y'all ready to trade that man for Herschel Walker? Y'all leave us.
No.
Would you take Herschel over Kanye?
No, we put them all on offer. All of them going on offer.
Ms. Markins, Ebony said if she has to throw away Trey Songz, you have to throw away Kanye. It's just that simple.
No, Trey Songz out here.
Miles, she ain't never throw away Trey Songz. That's the problem. She ain't never throw him away.
And I just want to lift up that if you hear some Waffle House,
publicly denies him, but privately.
If that's the case, if you keep Trey Songz, everybody need to keep Kels.
Trey Songz ain't been the same since he went to the baseball game and tried to fight.
That's not the same thing.
What you mean it's not the same? They both did the same thing.
No.
Can we just
Trey Songz around here sexually assaulting people? That's not the same.
Exactly.
Basil.
He's sodomizing girls. What you mean? He raping girls. What are we talking about?
That is not the same thing. I'm sorry.
I would like to expend some energy on positive
word. Girl said no. He kidnapped them. Once you don't let somebody free, let them go. That's kidnapping.
Kanye
Tasha kidnapped me. I'm still here.
Make great thoughts.
Retarded. Oh my God.
Dreamed up.
Nick.
Thank you, Basil.
Right.
This is when you realize your education. I can't. Let me shut up.
Is she in the news about her comments with that other girl?
No.
Yes.
No, that's part of it. No, but here's
Yes.
the thing. That's yes, but part of it is Cal Berkeley got a class now named. They got a class named after her, and they're studying on feminism, black feminism, and hip hop.
Yeah, but Cal Berkeley's done classes on a number of hip hop figures. It's one thing when Bad Baddies getting invited to talk at Oxford.
Right.
That's a problem.
That's
Them having a class on the study of Nicki Minaj. I'm not mad at it. They've had a class on the study of Tupac. Makes sense.
Well, that's different. I think Tupac's in a different category than both of them.
How do you
and I think that it can really be, you know, a dynamic setting, right? Because you're talking about Black feminism and those topics that are really you know, at the forefront of conversations right now. So I think it's very valid, and I'm sure it's going to be very interesting.
Well,
we had a lot of classes like this at Spelman, so like I can really relate to
I mean, can we talk about Roy's just mad because Cal Berkeley was competition when he was in San Francisco?
They were.
Roy's
was
got a regional. He's got a regional beef with anybody.
They were. We hated them. Regional Battle of the Bay. We hated them. You're right. Regional beef.
Well,
the Bay Band Beast.
She's not having a good week because when that girl told her, "You are actually on here bullying me, and you are older than my mama."
Oh.
No.
That just speaks to young women having babies too early.
Dang,
I
Dwight, that
love
was
when
good.
Nikki came back and called her a scratch off. Her name is Lotto. She was like, "You scratch off." That was funny.
That's funny. Not a scratch off.
But
That's deep when you got two women under the age of 40
right?
battling
You know,
each other.
Belinda's bad, right?
I love that.
But I would
Therapist.
like
Therapist.
that is funny. That is quite funny. But I wish what we see a lot, especially now in hip hop culture and rap game, is there's a lot of pettiness and competition, and I think especially amongst the Black female artists.
Yeah.
Like,
Or
I
is
wish
it
that
amplified? Or is it amplified?
maybe Miss Watkins. I'm gonna put it like this. I don't recall Salt and Pepper and MC Lyte or
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah ever beefing. You know, I just never.
It was a sisterhood, though, Miles.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Miles was in first grade. He was in first grade. Then.
No,
that's not true. That's not true.
He was
That's
like
not true. That's not true.
I was in
That's not
fifth.
true.
First.
That's not true.
He was in like
No,
But
that's
what
not
grade
true.
was Dana in? That's the question.
Dana had graduated.
First year of college.
That's
Dana was a
not
senior
true,
in
Miss
college.
Watkins. That's not true.
What grade were you in?
Like 6th, 7th.
I said fifth.
Yeah, like 6th, 7th. But what I'm saying is there was always a spirit of unity around it. Now, granted, we have a lot more media outlets where this foolishness tends to be broadcasted and it generates clicks. So I get where you're coming from when you say, is it sensationalized and promoted? I get that. But there does just seem to be a lack of sisterhood and unity amongst Black female rappers in that regard. And I wish that was not the case.
But even the pool of female rappers is
Not that many.
so small. So God
It's not
forbid
that
if you have an argument, it seems
It's really not that
actually,
small. It's
it's not
just
that
that
small.
they haven't broke into mainstream yet. There's a lot of
I
female
would even,
rappers.
I'd even push back against that
Yes,
because
there are a lot.
There's a lot of them, but they all sound the same.
Yeah, that's what it is. Just like these new era rappers now, the males, they all sound the same.
Well, who are the female rappers? Like just
Like, here's the thing: the girl who sings FNF and the girl who sings Munch, two different people, but they sound the exact same. So
They do. That's Glorilla, and I don't know. I forgot the girl's name who
Munch?
sings Munch.
What's Munch?
What is
Like
that?
what?
That Glorilla.
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 That's it.
Glorilla. That's her name.
Well, damn, you ain't gonna last long with that kind of name.
Red
Like,
light.
what you-
At the red light.
But Roy, the thing is, she is gonna last because she making music for her era that's coming up. Like our era's past.
Well,
do it again.
Because I said the same thing about the City Girls.
We're
I was
also
like,
in a
they ain't
time
gonna
where
last forever,
artists
but they
are more
will.
disposable too, right? They're
Homecoming
one
week.
day they're here, next day they're gone. So that's why I say she may not last, because the industry, the way the contracts and now are set up, it's set up to cycle them out in and out. If you got a hit or got a song, great. If not, gone.
The City Girl sound is distinct, though. I'm gonna just throw that out.
Yeah, but where are they? You know what I mean? Like,
They're
there, Roy.
You're right.
They're there.
I'm just saying disposable though. They're disposable. They're not like
Listen, I did not disagree with anything you said.
Right.
All I said was there's
Is she from Memphis, Glorilla? Yeah, that's what I thought. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Glorilla. Yeah,
Glorilla.
Glow.
All I'm saying is,
how you gonna say hi? Hi,
song was
Glorilla.
one
I'm
song, too.
Roy. You don't even sound right. Nice to meet you, Glorilla.
You may not speak to Glorilla.
Speaking of gorillas,
Speaking of trash rappers, no.
Right. That part.
what's going on with this guy? Oh yeah, CNN reported. What did they say about him?
Oh, he's been subpoenaed.
He's been
subpoenaed.
Him
Senator, can you enlighten us?
Yeah.
No, so the January 6th committee's last hearing, they issued a formal subpoena calling in Donald Trump, which means when a congressional committee issues a subpoena, that means that if he chooses not to come, he can actually be taken in by the U.S. Marshals or the FBI. Dana knows.
I just wish we would stop
these
talking
things.
about Donald Trump and all this foolishness.
Let's
That's
see
just
him
my
refuse.
personal opinion.
Miles,
45.
I just wish it would all go away, because I just feel like all it does is it keeps him relevant and part of the news cycle. Like, and we all know at the end of the day, nothing is really going to be done that's going to be to our satisfaction with regards to whatever took place for the insurrection. So I really just prefer that they just not even talk about it or cover it.
But Miles,
that's how I feel about it.
He's not going anywhere.
That's fine.
And
That's fine. I just don't wanna
and
see
here's
him
the
on-
thing,
I don't wanna
Miles,
see him
when you
on
also
YouTube.
think about news, the news talks about what is hot, what's relevant, and what sells. He still sells. He's still
It is.
relevant.
But what I would say is that, to speak truth to power, Roy, all of us got to go to the great beyond sometime. And as a
100%.
76-year-old man, I hope that he is ready for his journey.
You hope he's ready to go to hell. Nice, Senator. You hope he's ready to go to hell. Okay, next time.
Because he might not go to jail, but I wish him well on wherever he ends up.
That boy that wrote a rhyme. I wish him well. He may not go to jail, but I hope he goes to.
Wish him well on his journey to the other side. That's what I'm trying to say.
God dog, Dwight.
Miles, we'll never get rid of him or Kanye.
Right? And they
On
boys.
the
They
same
boys, man.
wave of like decisions and people going to jail, how do you all feel about the verdict from the Parkland shooter?
Well, I saw one mama said she wished the inmates will take care of him.
Oh Jesus.
That's what's gonna happen.
I'll say this as somebody who is anti the death penalty. I think the fact that he's going to jail for life without parole is the best verdict that you're going to get for a situation like that. And it's just like, at this point, I think, I know people are dissatisfied. They want to see death wished upon folks, but, considering how the death penalty's been used against Black people over the years, life without parole it was the best verdict that you could expect.
I tend to agree.
I would have to
agree with that. I think that honestly, Senator, if you look at the history of the death penalty, just to piggyback off of your statement, the only people that tend to get executed are poor people and minorities. And it's not ever equitably applied across the board for crimes. However, having said that, if the death penalty is not going to be applied in that case, Jesus Christ, then why do we even need it? Not to say that I want to see the kid, or that I'm a death penalty advocate, because I'm not. I'm just saying that if that's not the benchmark, if that's not the poster child for someone who should be executed, then I mean, at that point, you might as well just do away with the whole thing. Seriously.
As an educator who's currently, as an administrator now.
Hello.
Get it right, girl. Get it right.
Talk that.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, talk that.
Thank you. As a current administrator now, I echo your sentiments. However, in this case, I do feel like this should have been the exception, because just looking at these families that have been affected, the other students that were affected, the faculty members that were affected, I think the thing that bothers me the most about it is the fact that our tax dollars are now going to have to pay, for him to live out the rest of his life. And
all I know is they want him dead.
Also, the fact that he gets the opportunity to live out the rest of his life, it does not sit well with me, So I mean, it's been a little conflicting, but I just, I couldn't imagine. I really couldn't imagine.
They are not happy, boys. They are not happy in Parkland. They want him.
Yeah,
they want him electrocuted immediately.
In the words of Miles Battle, the streets take care of the streets.
When you, it's really different through the eyes of an administrator, and just watching that, it really hits home, because it's like I see it, right? I get it. When those kids are dropped off in the morning and they're under my care, you see what I'm saying? Like it just hits different. So I just.
So what you're saying is, Rose, that you go to school strapped every day to protect the kids.
Rose loves the strap.
You got the chopper in the car, huh, Rose? Okay.
Right, but let's take a step back from the death penalty. Let's take a step back from the kids. Let's take a step back from all of it. What about righteousness? Period. Point blank. End of the story. Righteousness needs to prevail in this. This should not even be an exception to the rule. At the end of the day, like, how do you sit there as a panel,
Old Testament or New Testament,
as a judge? How do you sit there, sit in that courthouse and go, we're just going to give him life? Righteousness has to prevail in a case like this, and I just.
So are you saying that righteousness dictates?
Persuasion has been used.
So I want you to clarify your stance.
I don't think it, huh?
I want you to clarify. When you say righteousness, does that mean that you're for him getting the chair, or you're against him getting the chair?
No, he should have gotten the chair.
Okay, so you're Old Testament righteousness.
Yes. We shouldn't be sitting here on this. We shouldn't be on the show.
Because I was confused for a second.
Talking about this. We shouldn't be talking about this.
I hear you, Roy, but at the same time, you also. One thing, and I get the notion of righteousness, but the reality is that there are more non-death penalty states than there are death penalty states. And there's still an overwhelming number of death penalty states in the South. So what I mean by that is, so for instance, Sandy Hook, more children get killed, and not the way apples to apples or oranges to oranges. What I'm saying is that person kills those kids in Connecticut. Life without parole is the best you're going to be able to get in Connecticut. Mm-hmm. And we're saying from a Florida standpoint that because we have something, that even though he gets the same thing as the Sandy Hook killer, that it's not enough. And what and again, going back to the notion of death penalty as this sort of state-sponsored thing, there's a couple things that we have to remember. A, it costs more money, to Rose's point, right, to keep somebody on death row than it does to keep them life in prison. And we're talking like twice as much to keep them, because they get their own cell, they get a special level of treatment, they get this, it's almost like they get a level of opulence for this notion of isolation.
23-hour program.
You know what I'm saying? Versus the reality that that this dude now goes to general population for life without parole, and whatever happens there. You know, thinking about Jeffrey Dahmer and what happened to him. Thinking about other folks that have been dealt with in a system where it's just like, okay, people feel a particular way about the killing of kids inside. And so what happens. You know what I mean? And so I'm not wishing anything upon anybody, but what I'm saying
yes, you are.
There's a particular reality.
There's a reality of it all, but I really believe that if we took a step back and put something in place, eye for an eye, right? I think we'd have less crime. We got people now that are not necessarily afraid of the law.
Yeah. And those people are called white people, Roy, because they've been able to get around it.
But that's a problem.
You gotta say it, Senator. Get your mind.
Basil just put the picture of somebody who's afraid of the law.
Here's the thing. I also do believe those same people that make those decisions, these laws don't affect or pertain to them, right? Right. And so that's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you're talking about
they should give them the what now?
I'm not saying
tell me more.
I'm not saying there is no equal justice system.
Oh,
tell me
now.
about this fairness and justice.
There's nothing fair about it. There's no such thing as a fair fight, fairness at all. It's just wrong is wrong, and that's how I just look at it.
You're absolutely right, Roy, because the laws were never created with us in mind anyway. Right. So,
no, they were created for us.
They were created for us, but not with us in mind, meaning that we would have the protection,
a different
set of rules, for the purpose that they created it. That's what I'm saying.
And
it wasn't created with us in mind. It was created against us.
Mm-hmm. And this is something that very few people think about, but he kills the CO when he's in GP. What he gonna get? Another life sentence?
He ain't got to do that.
I would say this.
Already try to do that, Dana.
Then I would say this.
He got nothing to lose.
Didn't he try to kill the CEO?
No, he fought one, but I'm just saying he ain't got nothing to lose.
I mean, but if he had gotten his firearm, Jeffrey Dahmer did that.
We don't have firearms.
No, Jeffrey Dahmer got killed in
he was killed in prison.
Well, Jeffrey,
I understand was that what he was saying? Why he got killed?
No.
I was asking, was Kendrick saying that was why Jeffrey Dahmer got killed?
Well, inmates had a problem.
Jeffrey Dahmer got killed. The reason why Senator was saying
there's a hierarchy.
It's like why it's people in there that don't like seeing kids killed. So the same way they took care of Dahmer, they'll probably take care of him.
But he was saying that he would have to be a general population for that to happen, which he's not going to be, correct?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
There's no prohibition that says
if he requests,
he's not on death row, so he should be in GP.
He'll be in protected.
Let's call for what it is. He should not be walking. He should not even be alive. We should not have to wait and rely on somebody to be in jail to get him. We should not have to rely and have these background conversations with somebody to get this fool. Just like
just the boy drop him off in the project.
He should not even be on the streets. Zimmerman. These folks should not be alive, period, point blank, period, in the conversation.
This is
why are we talking about so garbage?
I'm telling you, you got John Wick over here for real.
I'm just over it, man. Like you live your life trying to do the right thing, being taught the right thing, talk about saying the right thing, and having your heart and your intentions and your emotions in the right place. And you got these idiots on the streets that make decisions that allow these people to be walking around. That's the sad part about it.
Listen, you're not wrong, Roy, but at the same time, it's
I don't want to hear but, Dwight.
No, there ain't no. The butt is we got.
I don't want to hear that, Dwight.
The butt is we got women getting old in prison for holding a bag of narcotics. That are going to serve more time than some of these folks you're talking about.
Right. We've seen
so that's the imbalance.
Get the chair.
Look. What about this? What about Biden and marijuana?
That's what I'm saying.
I love this picture.
Talking about the parties.
Yes.
I've never seen this picture before. I love it.
Belinda is.
It's like, I need this on a poster. What is this?
We're gonna start handing out most valuable players awards at the end of the show. And today is Belinda and Roy. They both get the award. So
no, like Nikki said, we need to fight. If we're gonna be in the same category, we're gonna fight.
Oh Jesus!
Wow.
Not even a fair fight.
Oh,
That
Marquise,
man-
50 cent to 25 cent.
If there was ever
50 cent,
any
25
genetic
cent.
dispute, my friends, that
Right.
is
You are the father.
Like that.
Maury Povich don't need no.
No.
Got the
antidote for
same
this
teeth
one.
and
It
all.
is-
My gosh.
50 cent.
Roy, you terrible.
50 and 25 cents.
Dog say 6,700 enough ain't enough money to
I don't
rebuild.
care
it,
what
man.
you
know?
say.
Yeah, but the
Heard
boy grown.
about me.
The boy grown.
What is the story on this? What is this about?
You don't know what
He
that's
only
about?
getting
Dog?
He only getting $600-$700 in child support. That's what that's about. He want more.
How old is he?
Yeah, he has to be
Old
older than
enough.
that.
I think 26.
Yeah,
something like
he's
that.
26, 27.
child support.
Yeah.
How do you receive child support at 26?
He
I'm just asking for a friend, you know.
Right, right.
he said he ready to sit down and have a conversation with his dad now.
He said he wants real talk.
Was-
Oh, Cynthia and Mike getting a divorce.
Well, they said it's mutual. That they're good. They wish each other well.
You knew when they got married.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted.
I don't think they had no
While it
business
lasted.
getting together. It just
I
sounded
think
shady when they got
they
together.
get married like for a hobby, like it's like a sport.
I'm about
Right.
to say,
Nothing wrong with getting together, but why you gotta get married? You're
when
right.
you in the Real Housewives of anything, just stop.
Run.
They have a
Right.
storyline. That's
Exactly.
What that was.
Run.
Again, the was that true about Mari that she was getting a divorce?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
know. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
really
And
really
that was sad too because I like them together.
Me
Yeah,
too.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone saw that one coming.
yeah. That really hit.
Devontae, you can't push that man like that.
Adam.
Well,
That
Miles,
was
here's the other thing too. I think the sad part about it is I think the NFL also failed too. Why are we still having people run across the field with smoke bombs and protests? And how do you even get in and have that?
That's not that case, Roy.
He was a photographer.
Yeah, that's not that
he's a
case, Roy.
photographer.
No, yes, it is. He's
No, it's not, Roy.
tackled-
This
he's
is
getting sued by the guy he tackled, bro.
Say that again.
He
He's
didn't tackle
getting-
nobody. He pushed
Yes, he
him down.
did.
He did. He pushed somebody. He pushed somebody down. But I
didn't
thought
tackle
Roy was
him.
talking about
No, it's the
the
protester.
Seahawks,
It's a
or not
no,
the
it's-
Seahawks, the Rams one.
That's somebody else.
This
No,
is
Yeah,
somebody
that's
else.
somebody else.
This is the Raiders guy.
He's the one who pushed the
Roy doesn't watch NFL football.
Oh, wait a minute. What is this? This is
Ooh,
my
this
area.
is a good one. This is good. Substitute
What's this?
teacher out in
Oh
Maryland.
yeah, she said y'all need to be raising these kids, these boys like men. I was like, okay.
And they removed her though. They removed
Yeah.
her for saying that. The parents complained about it.
That lady say I have the bitchiest boys in my class. Oh my.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what Ebony. That's what you hate, Ebony.
Oh my. Oh my. Somebody get on dictionary.com. I want to know if bitchiest is a real word.
No,
is
Ebony as an
Urban
administrator.
Dictionary. It's in the Urban Dictionary, Miles.
It is today.
It's in Webster's Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, I want to know if that's a real word because I'd like to add that to my vocabulary.
Brandy.
Seizures.
Prayers
I see
up.
the seizure.
Prayers up,
Yeah.
indeed, for sure.
What happened to Brandy?
Had a seizure.
She
Yeah.
was dehydrated and had a seizure.
Really?
yeah, that definitely can happen.
Hydrate.
Mhm.
And speaking of music, folks, Genuine said that was old news about him
Lord have mercy.
holding his breath.
Where's that video? Please.
Kendrick,
Please.
we thought about you when that story broke. I was like, Lord have mercy. Kendrick done talked that man up, talked him up into drowning under the doggone water with the magician. Oh,
Genuine
First of
said that was
all-
a month ago. That was a month ago. Don't be
No,
talking
but
about
first of all, why are you in a tank? Let's start there.
He was Chris Angel.
Oh
What's happening here?
Silk
This
Sonic.
is Silk. Silk
they
Sonic.
told the Grammys just remove us from being nominated. We're not.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't put us in nothing.
They're done with it.
Why?
Yeah, we good. We good.
We're above that.
Yeah, they racist.
Yeah.
We got a whole show in Vegas. We got to go.
Right.
Lizzo.
Yeah. You better do it, Lizzo.
What about Lizzo? I don't even know how this got on here.
She's on the cover of Vanity Fair. She said, "Kiss my fat black behind." That's what she said.
right. Come through,
That's
Lizzo.
why we have her on here.
Lizzo said,
No.
"Keep my name out your mouth."
That is Vanity Fair.
That's it.
We don't need to talk
What is it
about
for her?
Lizzo said, "Keep my name out
I
your
don't know
mouth."
how she got on the show.
Drake say, "Don't tell me you're a model unless you've been in Vogue." I guess you know.
She listen.
Model.
We may not like and may not enjoy Lizzo, but she is on Vanity Fair. That's
Yeah.
Vanity Fair.
Well,
That's
does
not Ebony.
anybody
That's not
on this
Jet.
panel, do you buy Vanity Fair?
I don't, but I like Lizzo.
That's great. I don't buy Vanity.
I mean, if Ebony and Bob were still a thing, she'd be on the cover of those two.
Yeah, okay.
I'm with Belinda on that one. I'm not a fan of. Well, I don't buy Vanity Fair, but I like Lizzo.
That's great.
That's
I don't know how she got on the show because she's on the magazine. But
thanks, Basil.
all
Did
right,
somebody look up the word for me?
bitchy.
It's not on there. It's not. It's not. I looked it up.
You
It
gotta
just
add
says
the
bitchy.
"is" on the end.
No,
What do
it's
you say it now?
BITCHIEST.
That word's not big enough for you, Miles. Come on, man.
You got to take the Urban Dictionary. If you're
That's
tapping
what I told him. I told him the Urban
Word, word,
Dictionary.
Miles.
Y'all, wait a minute. Oh, I'm getting it confused.
Miles needs a word like bitchification.